الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم وأن هذا صراطي مستقيما فاتبعوه ولا تتبعوا السبل فتفرق بكم عن سبيله ذلكم وصاكم به لعلكم تتقون صدق الله مولانا العظيم. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says that this is my sirat, this is my path, very mustaqim, very straight. All of you follow, O mankind. And do not follow different routes, different paths, different tariqs. If you do that, if you choose many routes, many paths, then فَتَفَرَّقَ بِكُمْ عَنْ سَبِيلِهِ, then you will become deviated from the path of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. If you will take many routes, if you will follow many paths, then you will be diverted from the Sirat al-Mustaqim, you will get away from Sirat al-Mustaqim, you will come away from the path of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. ذَلِكُمْ وَصَّاكُمْ بِهِ لَعَلَّكُمْ تَتَّقُونَ. That is what your Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is commanding you, giving you wasiyat, giving you hukam, so you may have taqwa. One ayat, in the background of this ayat, like previous ayat, where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, do not eat the wealth of orphan, do not go near the adultery. When you weigh justly, and when you talk, you must talk haqq, and all these ahkam, and every instruction of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and every nahi, every forbidden things, every do's and every don'ts of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We say in every rakat of every salat, ihdina as-sirat al-mustaqim, O Allah, guide us to Sirat al-Mustaqim, and that comes into the first Surah Al-Fatiha, and then the whole Quran, it is the Sirat al-Mustaqim. Every do and every don'ts, it is the Sirat al-Mustaqim. So we make request to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that, O Allah, guide me to Sirat al-Mustaqim. Allah said, this is my Quran, follow my Quran, and this Quran will be completed by the speaking Quran, which is Muhammadur Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So follow every do's and every don'ts. That is my sirat, and that is very straight. That is very straight. You take only this route, this path, this sirat. If you take any other route, any other path, then you will be diverted, you will be deviated, you will be misguided. You will not arrive to your destination. If you take my path, then you will arrive to your destination, which is my pleasure, which is the maradat of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said that this is my sirat, which is very, very mustaqim, very straight. Now may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us tawfiq that we try to understand Quran and Sunnah. That is the fundamental purpose of having these durus. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us firm aqidah. I've been saying repeatedly that we are very, very weak when it comes to aqidah. Somebody regularly 24/7 have turban on his head, or somebody very punctual, never comes off musalla, and always making zikr. That does not necessarily mean that you're wearing turban, or you are always on musalla, or you are always doing zikr. That does not necessarily mean that you will be complete good insan also. Good insan is being made by Quran and Sunnah. So that is our goal. That we don't want to have out of these durus that person always now sticks only onto the musalla, always in zikr, and when it comes to his dealings, when it comes to his akhlaq, when it comes to his characteristics, totally ruined. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protect us. Our goal is, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us firm aqidah, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us correct and safe and sound ilm, and may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us amal according to Quran and Sunnah, and then may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us ikhlas. I'm reminding myself every now and again that our goal is to achieve right aqidah. Right aqidah, and I've been saying that if we have good aqidah, that will be weighty. Ulama had explained that one person will come on the day of judgment that in his account 1,000 Hajj he has performed. And one person will come, he will have very safe and sound firmness into his aqidah. And this person will not be that safe and sound in his aqidah. So those 1,000 Hajj will not stand against this firmness of the aqidah. So may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us correct aqidah, correct ilm, correct amal and ikhlas. And that is what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is inviting. That come to Quran, come to Muhammadur Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. They will guide you to Siratul Mustaqim. If you go anywhere else, then you will be deviated and you will lose your path, you will lose your route. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is showing you Siratul Mustaqim. Why? So you may become person of taqwa. You may become person of piety, person of righteousness. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept us all for that. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Ya awwal al-awwalin, ya akhir al-akhirin, ya rahim al-masakin, ya dhal quwwati al-matin, ya dhal manni fala yumannu alayk, ya dhal tawl, ya dhal jalali wal ikram. لا إله إلا أنت زهر اللاجئين وجار المستجيرين ومأمن الخائفين يا مأمن الخائفين إن كنت كتبتنا عندك في الكتاب أشقياء فامحو عنا اسم الشقاء وإن كنت كتبتنا عندك في الكتاب مقطرا علينا أرزاقنا فامحو تقدير رزقنا وحرمان رزقنا واكتبنا وأثبتنا عندك سعداء ووفقنا الخير فإنك تقول في كتابك يمحو الله ما يشاء ويثبت وعنده الكتاب. اللهم إنا نسألك فعل الخيرات وترك المنكرات وحب المساكين وأن تغفر لنا وترحمنا فإذا أردت بقوم فتنة فتوفنا غير مفتونين غير خزايا ولا ندام ولا مفتونين. اللهم ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار. اللهم ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار. اللهم ثبتنا على الإيمان وأمتنا على الإيمان. اللهم زينا بالإيمان. اللهم زينا بالقرآن. اللهم حبب إلينا الإيمان وزينه في قلوبنا وكره إلينا الكفر والفسوق والعصيان. اللهم طهر قلوبنا من النفاق وأعمالنا من الرياء وألسنتنا من الكذب وأعيننا من الخيانة فإنك تعلم خائنة الأعين وما تخفي الصدور. اللهم اشف مرضانا وارحم موتانا. اللهم ربنا تقبل منا إنك أنت السميع العليم. وصلى الله تعالى على خير خلقه سيدنا وحبيبنا ومولانا محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين برحمته.